Hey guys, what's going on? It's your girl Queen G. This is yet another episode of the Queen G Live Experience. I'm so excited today. Whoa. lots going on. I got to get you guys updated a little bit. First, I want to thank my sponsor, Ocalmart. Let me move my hair out the way so you can see this amazing hoodie. Ocalmart, Okalmart. That is a company out of St. Louis, Missouri that has been, taking care of me with my needs for lotion, hand creams, different, things. They have clothing, earrings, like everything. It's the perfect company to support a sister like me. I'm just telling you, they got needs for everything woman. And every need that a woman has, they are the best. So these are little creams. They send me shea butters, coconut butters. Like, you know what I mean? It's the best. I love it. This morning, I actually did a photo shoot in this hoodie. And you'll be seeing some other clothing come up, some other clothing shoots that I'll be doing in the near future. So I want to thank again, officially, Ocalmart. And y'all look out for this magazine, which I'll be showing you guys once it get here. I am on the cover of Ocalmart magazine. Whoa. Whoa. Did y'all hear me? I'm excited about that. Ocalmart magazine has made me their feature story. So, whoa. This year has been so powerful, amazing. It also has had its losses and, downs and stuff like that. I want to send my condolences to the Price family. I found out that one of my friends passed away last night, and it was just devastating. I've known them since I was 17 years of age. And you probably saw my live this morning. I was really sentimental. I woke up at about 4 a.m. and went live and just talked just so I can get the expression out about the loss of a friend. It was just devastating. And it just goes to show you again, we have to take account of each day, every second, every moment, and don't take anything for granted. Okay. So Price family, I send my condolences. I will be praying with you. Hopefully I'll be able to also be in attendance during the homegoing ceremony, which I'm only 5 hours away. So I should be able to drive in and be there with the family for that situation. So y'all pray for us. Let's keep that family in prayer. He was an amazing person, just an amazing person. And, impact us all in some way or the other. Anybody that knew him knew that he was powerful and amazing. Although small in size, he really just left his impression on the world. So I just wanted to say that really quick at the start of my show. Listen, y'all, I got this amazing guest in queue. He is an actor. He is so phenomenal. Like I met him probably a couple of weeks ago, and just his energy has been really, really dope. I would say that. He's also an author, which gives us something to have in common. And when we talk, it's about so many things. Like he's taking my media course right now, and just always eager to learn. He has this spirit about him where, he's open to learning new things and excited about it. So without any further ado, I would like to welcome my special guest, Mr. Mathew Carter, to the Queen G Live Experience. I was like, what's going on with my mic? It's muting on its own. It's doing its own stuff. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate you inviting me on the show.
Definitely. How are you today?
I'm excited. I am very excited. I have a lot going on, but I'm excited.
We met probably about a week ago, right? It hasn't even been 7 days. I don't even think it's been 7 days.
It's not been a whole 7 days. I don't think so. No.
Right. Oh my God. So you got an opportunity to take the first part of my media course. And I want to jump right in and start with that, because I think that that's something we have in common, kind of, and we had a chance to share some moments with that. What has that done for you? What has this media course done for you so far? Just the first session. We only spent about an hour together.
Well, I say definitely what's important for me that it's done for me is the confirmation. Because a lot of times we're doing things, especially when we're trying to teach ourselves how to do things, we don't have any education. We didn't go to school for it, but we hear from God and we want to move, but we still want that confirmation that we're doing the right thing. So I got a lot of that from the course. And then also helped me to expand my horizon a little bit more, and also to my confidence, to build that confidence a little bit more.
Right.
I actually went out and got my planner for 2021, and I got my board so I can go ahead and do my vision board. And yeah, I'm so excited. I just want to say thank you.
We talked about that in the class, is getting and I showed you my little vision board that's on the wall, and we went detail upon detail about what I wrote on the vision board. I was talking to my kids about it yesterday. So I think what I'm going to do today is I'm going to go buy the pieces, go buy the boards and stuff like that. And we're going to start ours today. I think this is the time to introduce the babies to the vision board. And see, our faith is something, right? But our faith is, we've lived a little bit. So sometimes, we be second guessing our faith. Like, I believe, but I don't know. That feels a little uncomfortable. Sometimes because you're grown and you done lived life a little bit. But baby's faith, my God, babies are close to God, and they are like, they don't have no fear yet. You know what I'm saying?
And I have to say, I'm very grateful for the faith that I have been given, because a lot of people tell me I do have the faith of a child, but I don't have the mind of one. And at the same time, it's still nice to get that confirmation and that little reassurance, because as an adult, we've been through things. So every now and then we sink into depression here and there. But when we get it shoots you right back out. Right.
That's so true. Yeah. And you said the key word, confirmation. I believe that when something is meant, there is going to be confirmed things. You'll see it either in the atmosphere. Ooh, I love your cup. The best part of waking up.
It ain't Folgers, but it's tea.
Goodness, that is a beautiful orange cup. I don't know why. Can I see that? Hold on. Can I see that cup real quick?
And it goes with the colors.
Bag hanging from the cup is orange.
I didn't even think about that.
I see you love color. Yes.
Well, if you notice, behind me are the colors of fire. And that's also the colors that represent my organization. And I have been, growing up, I've always loved this mythical bird called the phoenix. And I fell in love with this bird because growing up, I went through a lot of things, and that's what my book is about. And I will always find myself getting burnt out or burnt by a lot of people. But I remember this bird called the phoenix. And no matter how many times it got burned and turned into ashes, it will always be reborn. So I had to associate myself with that bird and say, no matter how many times people burn you, you're going to be reborn. Rise from the ashes.
You better speak. You better speak today. Speak to me, okay? Speak to me, Lord. You know what I mean? What's that movie?
That's Color Purple.
Yes. Look, that cup. Oh, every time you raise that cup, it's just, it's powerful or something. I don't know. That cup is like, yes. You better take that cup to a couple of board meetings where you got to close some deals. I'm telling you. And then just lift it up with that finger and raise it. You gonna seal them deals, okay? Take that cup with you. That's my suggestion.
Okay. And I got this cup by accident, to be honest, which is crazy. I was at Dollar Tree and they said, "Sir, you forgot your cup." I said, "I didn't pay for that." She said, "Well, it's paid for, so take it."
Take the
I said,
cup.
"Okay, okay."
I love it. I'm so serious. It's every time you raise it, it's something powerful about your appearance in the suit, which is very strong. Like you come across as a very confident person. And then when you raise that cup, it's like, yeah, yes, sir, as they say, yes, sir. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry.
No,
I'm
it's
flowing
okay.
with you, bro. I'm flowing with
Yeah.
you. You are definitely a ray of light.
Thank you.
And you're amazing. And I love your energy from the time you and I have linked up. You just have really, really positive energy. So tell me about your book. Tell me the title, and give me some insight on what inspired you to write that book.
Okay. I'm gonna try not to get too emotional because whew,
Well, you know what?
yeah.
Let the emotion flow too, because this is a platform that there is no judgment. I want you to know that. And then number two, it's either me crying or my guest crying. Like we trade off and we go back and forth. So if that happens, just let the natural process of what happens happen. We're not going to stop it. That's the thing about this podcast. Is very authentic. We don't discuss things ahead of time. We don't. It's not a show. You understand? It is a platform, but
Right.
it's not a show.
And I understand what you mean by that because I'm a gospel mime as well. And when I do gospel mime,
Yes.
people say, "I love your performance." And I say, "Well, that wasn't a performance. That was a ministry." But if you only see a performance, then that's what you got for now. But I hope that you can see past a performance. And I definitely understand what you mean by that.
Right. So I just wanted to let you know that this is a complete place of vulnerability. If that happens during the hour of whatever we need to discuss or talk about, let's just let it naturally flow.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because I know sometimes, why do we write? Why do we write in the first place? It comes from somewhere. It comes from sometimes pain. It comes from hurt. It comes from happiness, joy, and it comes from experience.
Yeah.
Even if you write it in novel style or in a fiction type of, style, it still comes from a real place somewhere. So
That's
tell us
true.
about your book. Give us your title and just talk to us about that a little bit.
Well, I would say it's called War Angel, but there are two in the story so far, and it's funny because at first it has to come from somewhere because at first I was working on this movie called Bessie, and when we wrapped, the director came to me and said that she was being led to tell me to write, and she asked, "Was I a writer?" And I said, "No, I'm not a writer." And it's funny how we don't see a lot of talent that we have, but other people can see it.
Right.
And she said, "Well, something's telling me to tell you to write. I don't know where it's coming from." So I tried to write because someone was telling me to write, and the energy wasn't there.
Right.
I wasn't on the right frequency, so it wasn't coming out of me as it was supposed to. And then I started praying to God about things, and He said, "You said you wanted to be an actor, and you can be an actor and also tell your story because you need to tell your story." It still wasn't coming out. Then I aligned it with a script. So I started writing. I started reflecting on things I've been through and how I survived. And I started talking to people on Facebook, and they started sharing with me how they are surprised that I'm still smiling after everything I've been through. And I started realizing God really wants me to show this light, like the one that you said about earlier and when we were talking. God wants me to share this light that I still have despite the darkness I've been through.
Right.
So I started realizing I'm a warrior, and not just a warrior, but a warrior angel, always there for people, helping people, bringing joy to people to help them to overcome their challenges. So the first book that I wrote is called War Angel, The Awakening.
Okay.
because I was awakened with a lot of things that I've been through, and I'm hoping other people gain their awakening. And I wrote this story based on situations I've been through dealing with people in the church. I'm just going to say the Black church in the South.
Okay.
Um,
Right.
Telling me that I was an abomination because of the people who I was attracted to, and making me feel unworthy of God's love. And I was always battling the fact that God loved me. You know, I was telling myself God doesn't love me because people told me that God doesn't love me. And I finally started getting connected with.
Is that meaning, and I just got to ask for my audience sake, is that meaning the same sex? Are you making reference to that, they were judging you
Because I'm
for who
attracted to
you
both.
love?
Yes, I'm attracted to both men and women.
Okay.
So, and so they were telling me that I was an abomination because of that. So I stopped going to church. But the funny thing is, I continued to build a relationship with God because I continued to pray and ask Him, because I was still begging Him to change me until He finally let me understand that it's not about me being changed. It's about me bringing a change to people.
Ooh.
Because if people
Woo!
say they love you, or if they love
Yes.
me and they can't love you, then I'm using you right now. So I don't need you to try to change yourself, because people need to see into their hearts. And I started to, again, write my story. And I was a little bit afraid of publishing the book at first. But again, I had a conversation with God. I said, okay, God, I'm writing things in this book that I never shared with people in the first one. And is this
Personal. Yeah. Very
personal?
personal.
You know, but there's a lot of triumphs, because people put guns on me and the guns didn't fire. It was a lot of situations that happened that I noticed were a lot of supernatural things. I said, but do you really want me to share this story with the people in this world? And not even 2 minutes after me praying that and asking that question to God, it had a news broadcast saying, breaking news, 12-year-old just committed suicide because he was being bullied for being gay at school. And he said, is there any other question in regards to you sharing your story? And I said, you know what? Yeah, I gotta share my story, because people like him feel like they're by themselves and they're killing
Right.
themselves.
Alone in the situation. Yeah.
They're killing themselves because I was the same way. I tried to kill myself, but I couldn't. It didn't work. I sliced my wrist. I did so many things, but God kept me from transitioning, because it was meant for me to remain, to share my story, to let other people know you do matter. God does love you. Stop listening to people, because people, you can't impress people. Stop trying to impress people.
Mm-hmm.
Live for God if that's who you say you love. He loves you. And I'm not here to force you, but I'm here to just to let you know He does love you. So if no one else, He
So
loves you.
what was it that drove you to almost commit suicide? Like, what was going through your mind at that
People,
time?
the fact that, well, if I'm an abomination and I will go to hell, why am I still here trying to beg God to accept me, to take me to heaven? Because I'm being told that if I can't stop doing this, then I'm going to go to hell. And I'm not the type of person to pretend to be something that I'm not. I've come
Right.
across a lot of people that do that, but I'm not that type of individual. And I was being true to myself. And I was like, okay, God, I can't get rid of these emotions. I'm attracted to people. If they happen to be a man, then it's a man. If it happens to be a female, then it's a female. But I can't deny that I'm attracted to these people who I'm attracted to.
Right.
And I'm going to go to
And that's
hell.
the thing. Listen to this, and I want to piggyback kind of off of what you're saying. I grew up Church of God in Christ Pentecostal.
Yes,
Okay.
me too.
Very strict rules. I remember, this is crazy, right? I'm gonna give you one of the main rules for girls that was put on us from that religious. It's not even a cult. It's more of a ministry that I went to and I attended at the time. When I was a young girl, they did not want young girls to not we had to wear dresses, dresses and dresses only. You
I
were
wasn't
not allowed
Kojic,
to
but I
wear
was
pants.
Pentecostal.
Okay, so my entire elementary school years, okay, very, very, very crucial years of my life, I was restricted, like say on a playground, a schoolyard. Every time it was time to go play, I couldn't really maneuver or move around like I wanted to from fear that my skirt would go up and people would see my goodies. You know what I mean? So that whole mentality was messed up.
And it was so funny because it's like I was told so many things that messed me up. I was told, you know, okay, you're going to go to hell for one. And then it was also part of me, I wanted to be an actor. And I was told, no, you can't be an actor because you were meant to be a preacher. And if you was to be an actor, that means you're living a lie. And to lie is a sin. So it was like so many
as you
things.
get older, you learn that God uses you at the place you're at. Like what you're saying now, if you think about how it really works, when you have a real relationship with Christ or God, he uses you from where you are, from the vulnerabilities, from the insecurities. He has utilized everything you've been through to put in that book to touch lives, even in a more impactful way. And here it is, them telling you you're going to go to hell if you don't do it this way. I was told that I was going to go to hell if I go to the movies. That was another thing that was really strict about the Church of God in Christ Pentecostal. We were not allowed to wear pants. And then the whole movie thing was a sin. Going to the movies was a sin. In what world is it a sin because I watch a movie at a theater?
Yeah, and they also said you couldn't wear makeup. So like, and that was another reason I couldn't even be an actor because actors wear makeup and men ain't supposed to wear makeup. Women ain't supposed to wear makeup. You ain't supposed to wear jewelry. It was all this stuff that you can't do, you know, that was so, you know, thrown down your throat. And they made me feel like I was just wrong. And then as I started getting older, of course, I started looking and reading more into it. And I started realizing, wow, the person who was about to be stoned was a prostitute. They didn't tell me that. Wow, Moses killed somebody. I didn't know that. I didn't know Noah was a drunk. It was like so many things. The things of the people that God used, they didn't tell you that. So you think these people are perfect and you're trying to be perfect like these people. And then I started realizing I don't have to be perfect. I just have to be me.
Right.
And even if they don't believe in God.
We're not putting down, let me say this for our audience. We're not putting down the Church of Christ Pentecostal or any of that. We're just saying that the ideology, religious, you know, practices that were put up on us, you know what I mean, limited us. Really, it limited the things that I was taught that I was not supposed to do, or you're going to go to hell because of this or that, or if you, and that makeup was another thing. Makeup, no pants. Could not wear pants. I did not wear pants throughout my whole elementary school years. I'm supposed to be out there playing on the playground, being on the monkey bars, you know what I mean? Being able to jump around. Because I was a very active little kid. I'm not going to say I was ADHD. I do admit that now as an adult, but I was very hyper. You know what I'm saying? And I was not allowed to play the way I wanted to. You know what I mean? Because I had to wear these skirts throughout my whole entire school years.
And then I was telling them too, it's like you said, I'm not trying to bash anybody because I do believe everybody is entitled to their own opinion and everybody's entitled to do what they want to do. I was just very questionable about a lot of things on if we're going to bash people for this, then why? For one, why? Because I thought the same book that we're reading said that the very first thing that we are supposed to do is love. But you're doing all these things and you're forgetting to love people. So let me focus on that first. So I started focusing on how to love because I don't care if you believe in God or you don't, but I do care if you have love in your heart or if you're coming in my life to try to, steal from me and take from me. I just want to do I can do to make sure people have light in their life. So you can believe what you want to believe, but if you come in my presence and in my circle with positive energy and with love in your heart, then you can call it what you want to call it. But I see God, because what I read is
Right,
that God is love. And that's one of the things I wanted to share in the book as well, in this first one. We definitely have to awaken. We have to awaken to who we are, know who you are, and love who you are. Some of us been through a lot. Some of us haven't. Some of us been
right,
through what we've been through, so we can share that way when people read that particular, because I've shared this book with people who've been raped or homeless or something like
right.
that. And they say, wow, you also, I was diagnosed with HIV and then AIDS. So I'm struggling with a lot.
Mm.
And I'm asking God, are you sure you want to use me? And he's like, yeah, carry your cross. Because when people
When did
see
that happen? How long
that
ago were
had
you diagnosed?
2007.
You
And
didn't tell me that. That's so
you know,
interesting. Wow.
that's something else that pushed me to write, because I said, when it's time for me to leave this world, I want to have something here that people, because that was something else. People who diagnosed with HIV, they were told they have the gay disease, even if they were not gay.
Mm-hmm.
So they started feeling like God rejected them because they were told that they were cursed because God don't, that's why they got it, because God don't love them.
And Magic
And
Johnson got it from just, sleeping with a woman that transmitted, HIV. So it's not a gay disease,
no, it's not. And
you
that's why I
know.
want to share with people, let them know it's not a curse from God. It's just something you contracted. God still loves you, and you can still use it to inspire people to love and have a normal life. Because, of course, it was something I struggled with. I felt like I would never be an actor. I would never be able to model because people would not accept me because of that. So that's another reason I started creating my own as well. So I said, I'll give myself my platform as best as
Right.
possible to share what I needed to share. And that's where the second book came from, War Angel Inner Demons. So this is the one I'm really pushing now, and I'm working on turning this into a TV series, because in this particular story, it's helping people to deal with their inner demons, things, their inner thoughts,
Right.
and a lot of things that are keeping us from reaching our full potential. And I'm sharing some of the things I've been through. Like, I was 17 years old, and the girl I was dating at the time, she left me for this older guy. He was about 40 years old. And she and I started talking one day at school, and she was
Uh-huh.
saying to me how he wasn't treating her, even though he had the money, he wasn't giving her the love and making her feel wanted. And she wanted to rekindle what we had. So I said, well, are you going to break it off with him or something? She said, yeah, I want to. So I said, okay. And I told her I loved her and I'll be waiting for her. Well, when she went to break it off with him, he murdered her, wrapped her body in a sheet, and dumped her body on the side of the road. And I blamed myself for her death, because I said if I would have told her that we could not get back together, she would have never tried to break up with him. And that was something I struggled with for a long time. Eventually, she came to me in a dream, and she was letting me know that it
Oh
was my
God,
fault.
I didn't expect any of this today. You are just ooh, wow. Mm.
But it was one of those demons that I was, and I was like, wow, a lot of things that I held inside. And it was like, I even was at the point where I was like, you know what, if I'm going to hell, it was so many things that was going through my mind that
Right.
was blocking me from being who I was supposed to be in life. And it really took a lot. It really took a lot, especially with the HIV and everything, to kind of just get me to
Took it over the
understand.
top. Can I ask you this? Are you at peace today with that situation? Are you more
I
at peace with it?
Very much, very much. I mean, of course, I still miss her. I still love her, because for me, I don't forget about people who transition. I truly believe, you know, gone but not forgotten. And I still talk and pray when I pray. I talk to God, and I, talk to my loved ones as well, and just build a relationship on another level. But it was very hard.
Because there is, I want to say, as a person that is a Christian, there's also a real enemy. There's a real enemy. And I don't know, sometimes the enemy uses a lot of people to get to us and attack us. And sometimes they don't even know they're being used. You understand? And a lot of stuff, you ever heard that scripture, we war not against flesh and blood, but of spirits and principalities? It's stated something like that. I'm not stating it all the way correct, but this is serious. Like,
it is.
I've had people come against me that never probably would have, but it's because they were just used by the enemy at that moment to try to throw me off guard, or, take me off, emotionally, or throw me in a different direction or mindset. And it was a test. It was a test. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying that situation was a test, but I believe that the enemy spoke to that guy and used him at that moment to.
And that's something I definitely I touch on in the War Angel story. I'll just say what I did is combine the physical and the supernatural world with the story. So you're going to see things about Satan and Lucifer, what he's doing, and things that he's attempting to do.
You gotta send me a copy.
Sometimes
because that is deep.
Yeah, because sometimes it's a test, like you said, but sometimes it's an attempt. Sometimes it's an attempt to take you. And it was because also, like, I was at one point in my life, I was ready to try to give my life to the devil because I was told that I was going to go to hell. So I said I might as well just go there with everything.
Well, I got you.
But I had already given my life to God. Even though I was dealing with mentally, the inner demons, dealing with what people were saying I was and what I wasn't going to. God had already accepted me, even though I was battling with that. And it took me when I was 12 years old, even though it was something I could reflect on. I was 12 years old and I was praying for 2 hours to be changed. And I heard his voice say, "Stop. You're already where I want you to be."
You're already where I love that. I love that. Wow.
But it was just something I continued to battle with.
We battle with that, am I the right person? Am I capable of being used for this and this capacity? Am I good enough? Those are the things that we all battle with. And I came to some conclusions this year too. Especially after about 6 weeks ago having an epileptic seizure, a grandma seizure. It was wow. And I saw myself have it because I was on a live show when it happened. Life changing. And let me tell you why. Number one, I was caught in this idea that I could take on and eat whatever I wanted to eat. I could do what I want to do. But I'm 46 years of age. If you plan on living a little longer and, taking care of yourself and being around, you got to change your mindset. So I saw myself have this seizure on a live show, and it was life-changing. It changed my very course, path, everything. Now I get up, I'm cleansing, juicing. I'm working on me. I'm doing way better because that was devastating. I wanted to ask you, and I want to read these comments first. People are leaving comments, so I want to read them to you so you can hear what they're saying. Relena Potts says, "Amen." She was commenting to what you were saying earlier. Norma Ames says, "God uses imperfect people to do his perfect will." So I love that statement because, yeah, exactly.
And I'm glad she said
a
that
lot
too.
of us try to become perfect first.
Yeah.
You know, and say, oh, well, I got to get myself together before I start going to church, because I don't want to walk in there with all these things on my shoulders and,
Right.
you know, held down and bogged down because I drink and I smoke and I do this. So I don't want to walk in there like that.
And that's why I said what I said, because I was kind of the same way. I was like, well, I gotta get myself together. I gotta get this right. I gotta get this right. And that's when God showed me, no, you don't have to get nothing right. That's not your
Right.
job. That is not your job.
His job is to clean us up and make us better and greater. Exactly.
Because if they
Linda
only
Smith,
accept you for that, then they're not right where they're supposed to be.
Smith Swain says she was raised in Kojic. I thank God for not being taught those things. But come and worship the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Judge not. I love that, what she said. And then meant to say, I was not will. I don't know what that means, but that was her comment. Also, Linda Swain says that as well. So I want to know, how are you doing today living with HIV? I want to know how you're doing. How's everything coming with that? Is your health, you know, pretty stable?
Oh yes, my health is definitely great, and that was another miracle that it was so. I had put that in the first book when I got diagnosed. I caught my ex cheating on me, and that's when I went and got tested, and that's when I got the news that I was positive. I didn't take any medications the first 3 years because they said my body was fighting it off naturally, and I didn't need to take the medicine. And then I started, my T cells started to go down, and they started trying to get me to take the meds. And I said no. But then I was led to do a 40-day fast. Doctors and everybody was against it because they said it was going to kill me. It didn't.
Right.
As you see, I'm still here. After the 40-day fast, I went ahead and I started taking the medicine. They got nervous and my doctor spazzed out because my T cells dropped to about 16. And when I went in, he was expecting to be dehydrated. My body was supposed to be dying off, but it wasn't. He didn't understand how I was being sustained. So God was in the midst, and I'm very, very grateful for that. I went ahead and started taking the medication, and within, I want to say 3 months or less, I became undetectable, which means that I was not able to transmit it to anybody, and my life was pretty much stable.
Wow.
I'm 40 years today, 40 years old today.
And when was the diagnosis? How old were you when the diagnosis happened? How old were you at that?
27.
So it's been 13 years. Wait, you said 40, right? You're 40 today?
Yes.
It's been 13 years. Wow. I see a lot of people living with it a long time. I know a couple of people that were diagnosed with HIV that are still living today for a long time.
And that's another reason I wrote the story, like I said, because you have to awaken, and then that's something else that's an inner demon for a lot of people, a diagnosis. They keep sticking to the diagnosis as though the diagnosis is their destiny. And they don't understand that's just a diagnosis. You still have a destiny that you can live. But of course, you got to take care of yourself. So I've always been about eating right and exercise. And that's something I've always been about. So every now and then I'll take a picture, like showing my chest and stuff. And people kind of get, oh, wow. You sure you got HIV? I was like, well, it don't look like. I said, well, that's the thing. HIV doesn't have a look. So I need y'all to stop automatically assuming. Because when I grew up, that was the first thing people would say, oh, you sick. You got HIV. Oh, you sick. You dying. So when I heard God tell me after praying, he said, stop saying death. Stop speaking death into your life and speak life
over you,
to yourself. So I started doing that. And that's again what
inspired. How powerful are words? Tell everybody how powerful words are.
Very powerful. It's speak into existence. Speak it into existence. Everything we have today started with a thought. Right. Everything we have started with a thought, and then it started with somebody speaking it. They laughed at the people who created Apple. they laughed at technology, how laptops, everything was laughed at when people spoke it. But because they spoke it, they believed in it, and they worked on it, and it became tangible.
One of
Words
my
are
family
powerful.
members said, "Oh, I don't have no money. I'm broke." I said, "Stop saying that. Stop. Even something like that has power
It does.
in it. When you speak that out over yourself, stop saying that. You know what I mean? I stopped them dead in their track. Like, no, 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 no. Don't say that to you. Don't
Right.
say that over yourself, to yourself, or none of that.
Right.
Yeah, my bills are paid, and I'm waiting on the next payday. I can accept that. You know what I mean?
Right. Hold on 1 second. Go.
Oh,
Go.
no problem.
The dog trying to jump in my lap.
You can can I see your doggy? See,
You
this is a
here?
real show.
Come here,
This is
Maya.
a real show. I want to see your doggy. You don't have to keep them out. We can. Look. Oh my God, so cute. Raise him up a little bit.
My friend said
He's
she looked like a.
excited.
It's a girl. She thinks she a pit bull. She's a terrier. Hold up. Come here.
She is so cute. Oh, hi. You're on national Facebook.
Hey.
So cute. I wish I could touch her.
It's bath day for her. Every time I sit in the couch, she
Oh,
always want to jump in my lap.
my baby girls want a doggy, and I'm just like, we can't have it here, but we will get one eventually one day. But they want a doggy. They love little doggies. I'm like, y'all got to be responsible. Y'all got to change the poop and take care of all the things that doggies do.
Well, she's 4 years old when I got her from my sister. But she came from a home that they were abusing her. And so I had to shave all of her hair off. So now her hair is starting to grow back, and I'm going to, start trying to do her up a little bit. She's housebroken and everything.
Right. Can you tell everybody also what you do? You're an actor. Give us all the things that you do.
Okay. Let me see if I can remember everything.
Right.
So actor, model, or as you said, author, also filmmaker. I turned this first book into a feature film and put it on YouTube free for everybody to watch, War Angel the Awakening. I do gospel mime. I haven't, I don't know if people know what gospel mime is, but I do gospel mime.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I was over the dance and drama ministry at the church, so I've done some directing with that as well.
So that's a lot. You also sell insurance.
Yes,
and stuff like that.
Financial services, insurance is definitely a part of it. So being that I'm a filmmaker, new to filmmaking, and I was begging for investors, someone connected to my mentor, Marshall Falk, from the NFL Hall of Fame. And he's helping me build my financial services business. So that way it will help people to save money, plan for retirement, also make sure they're covered, because watching what's happening to people with COVID, and also my fellow SAG actors or actors who don't have insurance, just in case something happened to them with COVID and they don't have coverage, they're going to be stuck with the bill.
Yeah, because a lot of people are some are out of work, some are transitioning to independent businesses.
Right. And that's a business. Everything. And I see, I really enjoy helping people. So by building this business, it's allowing me to help people and at the same time help myself, because the money that I'm making, I can put into my projects to create more projects. Like I said, I have a nonprofit organization. I'm working on turning that into an actual school. It's a 501c3.
Give us the name of your nonprofit as well.
It's called A Real Desire. And its website is www.arealdesire.org. So you pretty much can read everything about what I'm doing on that website. I do my best to connect everything to that, because I believe in doing things not for profit, but for change. Of course, the money's going to come eventually to help keep things going. Again, that's what I'm doing, a financial services business. But I want to be able to grow the nonprofit, so I can create the school on a broader platform to do more things for the community, to help build
Right.
people talent, and then just invest into myself and also invest into people who have a real desire.
That's amazing. And it says also that your gifts will make room for you. So like you said, we get up and we walk in our passion and do what we have to do. God is going to take care of us some way,
Yeah.
somehow. I don't worry about those things anymore either. It's like, you know,
And then you
I
learn new
feel like
gifts.
every day I'm giving my all into what I do. I feel like every day I'm getting up, you know, beating these doors down, creating lanes that weren't available to me. You have to create them sometime. You know what I'm
You do.
saying? And open those doors up and break those doors down. And I'm giving all to people like yourself, you know, who are, ooh, that cup. I am in love with that cup. That is weird, huh? Just every time you raise that cup, I have to stop because it's just so dope. I don't know if it's you making it look like that, or I don't know
Is it a
what
slow
it is.
motion? Is it a slow motion of sipping the tea?
I
The
got a
dramatic
special
effect.
connection with that cup. Like
It's the dramatic effect. I go.
I know that's silly. Oh my God, that is so hilarious. I've never in my life stopped and paused because of a really pretty cup. Maybe I should get an orange cup when I go get the vision board today. Maybe I should pick me up. That is so hilarious, right? Anyway, but yeah, you know, we should commit all of our day to God and just open up and be prepared to do your best in whatever you're in. You know,
Really.
whatever you do, whatever you bring to the table, try to do your best and be your best. Because wow, these days, especially the way that 2020 went, I'm literally living my days to the fullest,
Mm-hmm.
to the fullest extent that I can live them. I'm going to bed so tired now.
I am too. As you see, I have
Really?
a guitar next to me, so I'm teaching myself how to play the guitar.
There you go. Let me see it. Let me see it. Ooh, you in color. This
Yeah.
your colored stuff. I think that's what's doing it. That blue guitar is so pretty to me.
Thank you. And blue is my favorite color. I love that's powder blue especially. It's my favorite color.
Well, I will say it's a powerful color for you. That orange, those color tones and tones of color are powerful for you because as you are flashing them in the screen, it's like that. It's just your color. It is what it is. For me, it's usually like bright orange, browns. Browns are. I
Mm.
love brown. Brown
Earth
is
tones.
in different variations. I could do that. You know what I mean? And it wakes my skin up. Certain colors wake your skin up. It makes you stronger, more powerful. You know, when you walk in a room, you command that room. Keep your blue on hand. Blue and orange combination.
Mm.
How about that? The orange tie with the
Okay.
blue shirt and the blue vest. Try that one time. Because I'm
Look, I'm
telling you,
looking at it.
right, and take that cup with you. You go, you gonna seal some deals with that cup. I'm telling you. Give us the name of your website, Matthew.
It's a real desire, www.arealdesire.org.
Okay. And then tell us what other sites we can find you on social media under.
I'm on Facebook. You can find me at All About Matt, facebook.com/ All About Matt. Also on Instagram, war.angel.reborn. And I'm also on Twitter, God's War Angel.
Well, I'm just so proud of you, Matthew, for overcoming all of those challenges in life of suicide attempts, HIV, you know, homosexuality, like all the things that you have warred with, as you call it,
Yeah.
you have overcome. And I just think you're a special and an amazing human being.
Thank you.
And you're living your purpose to the fullest, you know? It's God don't choose the perfect ones. You know what I'm saying? He does not choose the perfect ones. We don't have to be perfect to come to him, for him to utilize our lives to empower others. Like he'll come straight to where you are. And it's just important that we're ready and we do our very part. He's going to add the rest. God adds everything else. You know, that's another thing. We don't have to worry about, dang, I don't have enough resources. I don't have enough this. And, you know, it's not going to work because of this. You know, it's you're perfect where you are. All he needs is a willing heart, somebody that understands their vision of what they're supposed to do. You're held responsible for that. And then everything else will be added to the equation that you need.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Even sending us to each other. I probably never would have met you if we wasn't at home on some pandemic. You know what I mean? Sitting here doing what we do. I probably would have never met you like this. But thank God for Lindsay who connected us, and thank God, you know, she trusts my judgment and she trusts me in business. And I'm so glad that she connected us, because you are an amazing human being. I want you to know that. And very powerful.
It's like what you said, you know, that's something I've always walked by faith. And a lot of people laugh, but again, like I said, I don't operate on their time. And I don't operate on my time. Of course, I get frustrated sometimes because I don't understand what's happening, but sometimes it's not meant for me to understand. Like even when I wrote this book, I didn't know why I was putting certain information in there until certain things started to happen. I said, oh, wow, this is why you wanted me to include that. This is why you wanted me to do that. Because I was obedient. I was being obedient.
Yes. And that's what, we have to have an obedient, willing heart. It's a lot of stuff. I'm about to be an author times 12 in 1 year. Insane. I'm still trying to wrap my brain around that. But it's a lot of stuff that I go back and read and I'm like, I don't even remember writing that. It's almost, when you become an author, it's almost like an out of body experience, because you're literally in the moment while you're writing. But then when you go back and look, you're like, did I write that?
I was in a trance. I literally go into a trance when I start writing, and I literally start revisiting these moments. And I'm like, then once I finish, I'm like, why did I go back there?
Right. It takes you into another world or something. You know, writing and reading takes you into another world. And listen to this. Can you imagine? I wrote 5 children's books this year with my kids. I joined forces with my children to write these books. And it's some of it is their ideas. Like one book is about a little girl who trades lives with her baby dolls. Genius, right?
Wow.
That came straight from my 8-year-old daughter, who she's a twin. And she came up to me. She's like, Mom, I really want to write. I thought she was like blowing smoke, because you know how kids just be amped up about something. And I'm thinking she blowing smoke, and she wasn't really serious about that. No, she was serious. She said, no, Mom, I really want to write a book like you. I want to be like you, and I want to write a book. And I said, well, honey, what do you want this book to be about? And she said, I wanted to be about this little girl I wanted to be about trading lives with my baby dolls. In what way, honey? This is the conversation, right? In what way? What you mean? She said, literally trading lives with them. They trade lives with me and I trade lives with them. And I said, what I need you to do is I need you to record, you know, what you're thinking about and record your ideas. And I'll go back later and I'll put it together. So I created a 10-chapter little book, you know, based around her little ideas.
Wow.
And the first incident that happens in the book is really cute. They go to school in their traded lives. So the baby dolls get them in trouble. And they end up in detention on the first day because they don't know how to live in the real world. You know what I mean? And it's called Dolly Mix Up.
Wow, that sounds very entertaining.
It's so good. Like the stuff that happens, you're like, whoa. And then at the end, it's all a dream. So it's all a dream at the very end. Put it like that. So for all of you guys that are out there, I want you to hold your book up, hold both of your books up if you have them next to you. I want you to go and get his 2 books. One is called War Angel, right?
Well,
By
they're both
Mathew
War
Carter.
Angel. They're both War Angel. This is War Angel: The Awakening, and this is War Angel: Inner Demons. This one's actually on sale. Amazon put it on sale for $6.50 right now.
Ooh, okay.
Yes.
Okay, I need to order that.
Because it made it to the top 50.
I need to order that today. I'm at $6.50. Okay, I got you. Don't worry about that. I'm gonna support a brother. We about to make that happen. Okay. Send me the link in my messenger so I can just order it.
Okay.
Okay. I really appreciate you being a part of this show today, and you've been so amazing.
Thank you. I'm hoping to help people because my struggles growing up, I first had to deal with living life being a Black man. Then I had to deal with living life being a Black man attracted to other men. Then I had to live a life of being a Black man attracted to other men, also contracting HIV. So there are a lot of different things and struggles that we have, but just learn to love yourself. And I'm hoping people who say they love God learn to love everybody without trying to judge them and change them. So, and I just want people to know they deserve love.
Phone ringing. Send me that link in my inbox. We will chat. We got class number 2 coming up.
Yes. I look forward to it.
So I'm looking forward to building a work relationship with you. I cannot wait to get deeper in and dig in and really make some things happen. God bless you, Mr. Mathew Carter. You are amazing and powerful, and you keep up the good work, okay?
Thank you. I definitely will.
So I'm going to jump off of here, but you have a fabulous day. Let's, we're going to be talking in the inbox like we always do. I'll see you then, okay?
All right.
All right. Have a good day. Talk to you later. Bye-bye. Wasn't that amazing? Y'all listen. Goodness. I'll sit here and I'll think that the show is going to go one way and it completely takes a whole nother path. And that's how you know that you're just walking in your divine purpose and, you're cooperating with God's plan. You heard a lot here today. Today was very powerful. Today was amazing. This show was wow. So many things that I least expected. I thought I knew him, but no, I did not know him. And he, shared his journey right here live with all of us. I was just as intrigued as you were, which is why I like to, keep as minimum information up front as possible. I like to get it right here, the exclusive with you. So you see my responses just like yours are probably at home. And we're all naturally sharing this moment together. Okay. So keep watching this podcast, share this video, share this show. This is your girl, Queen G. My sponsor today is Ocalmart. I want to show you the shirt again. Ocalmart out of St. Louis, Missouri. I can't get it on the right thing. Ocalmart. So you see that's an O in the beginning. Thank you so much for sponsoring the show. I look forward to bringing you the next shows. Tune in tomorrow night. I got a special guest for y'all off of Family Reunion. Her name is Teresa Ford. She is an actress and been around for many, many years in theater and on the big screen. So listen, y'all, let's go keep getting real. And I got a surprise for y'all that I'm working on too within the next week or so. So stay tuned. Don't go nowhere. Keep watching the Queen G Live Experience. Thank y'all so much for y'all support. Okay. Have an amazing day. Talk to you later. Bye.